The results are in for the Rockstar Energy Open, and what does that mean for Team USA? Does it mean anything, Brad J? Is there something we take away from all this? We'll get down to that right away. This is Access Media Snowboard. I'm Brad J, your host. Subscribe, like, turn on notifications. We keep growing like a weed. We're not going away. We're going to keep it going. All right, what does it mean? Rockstar has a competition. Now, you don't see a lot of competitions out of Rockstar. They've always been part of the show. You know, they have plenty of athletes. They sponsor. They spend a lot of money on their athletes. But they never really was like Monster or like Red Bull putting on shows. And so now they are. And so they put on a show during an Olympic year, which is always a little dicey for athletes that are trying to make the Olympic team because it has no ramifications for the Olympics whatsoever. Maybe mental, but what does that mean? What does that mean? It means you want to take it easy. You don't want to get hurt because you're still trying to represent the U.S. when it comes down to slopestyle or halfpipe or whatever the case may be. In this case, it was a slopestyle, a park-style competition, and it needed to happen, and I like what they did. And I'll tell you what, I think Rockstar doing this is a pretty cool thing. Why do I think it's a cool thing that Rockstar Energy Open? Is because it gives another avenue for the snowboarders to make a living doing what they do and doing what they love. And that's the thing. And that is what the whole thing is about it. Doing what you love and being able to continue to do just that. And so that is what's going on with this, right? By them doing a competition, that gives the opportunity for riders to compete and do things. All right, how did it go, right? Well, I'll tell you right now, the podium was very happy because I am very happy to see Dusty Henriksen get on the podium because it was so important for Dusty to get on the podium because he is not really in the driver's seat right now to try and make the Olympic team. He's got a 30th in Steamboat. He's got an 18th in Aspen Slope. So what does this mean for Dusty? Does this mean something that can help Dusty Henriksen get on that team? Here's what I think about this. It's momentum, man. Dusty Henriksen has momentum. Whether this is a Rockstar counting event or not, this gives you momentum to know that you can get on that podium and do what you do on a daily basis, and that's why this is important for Dusty. Dusty Henriksen goes on to win the event. Ovin Cookhouse was second. Eli Bouchard was third for Canada. So that's how it went. But you got to like the fact that he got on the podium, that Dusty gets on the podium, and that's going to be important for him because, once again, you look at what he's trying to do. Ultimately, Dusty wants to make that Olympic team and compete in slopestyle and big air for USA in Italy. We'll be out there. I'll be out there for that, too, as well, doing shows from there. What, the 30th in Steamboat and the 18th in Aspen Slope from last year, that's not enough to get it done for him. So he needs a top three. So this doesn't count as a top three, even though he wins the event, because it's not a World Cup. And if it's a World Cup, then this counts towards his standings on making the team. But what it does do, and what you cannot take away from this experience, is the fact that it gives him momentum. It gives you like, look, I belong on the podium. Dusty belongs on the podium, and he knows he does. He knows he can put himself on the podium, and he showed it at the Rockstar. But you got to give it up to, on the women's side, okay, you cannot argue this. The best woman snowboarder in slopestyle history, the queen of slopestyle. She's got the most wins, most X Games wins, most World Cup wins, two-time Olympic champion. There's nobody better when it comes down to slopestyle and getting on rails and doing big hits. There's none other than Jamie Anderson. And Jamie Anderson taking time off, having two babies, and then making a return. That's a medal right there. That's a medal. Can we give her a medal for having two babies and coming back and competing in snowboarding? I tell you what, I think it's awesome. And I think what this does for Team USA, it gives them momentum. It gives Dusty momentum. It gives Jamie momentum. Jamie needed to get her feet back underneath her because, look, you don't, between the last Olympics and these Olympics, She's had 2 babies. There's not a lot of time to do anything else. But the back lip is steezy as ever, as always. So much style the queen has. And to give her another competition to get her feet back underneath her, to get ready for Aspen, because Aspen's coming up. Aspen's coming up, and it's on the 7th through the 10th. I'll be out there. That's the last opportunity on U.S. Snow to secure a spot. Now, not saying you don't make the team. It's going to go down to locks is going to be the final one. But if you can make the team by doing good in Aspen, that is going to be huge for the team. And that's why I keep saying, because of Jamie getting on that podium, getting another competition under her belt, she ends up being the national champ this year. She got up in the top 10 on the last event she did. So she's really been showing that she's really stepping up, and she hadn't had a lot of time to do it. So whether you want to look at the steez of Dusty Hendrickson, the queen of slopestyle, Jamie Anderson, those 2 right there building on momentum by taking care of business and winning things at the Rockstar Energy Open. So big props to both, and I look forward to seeing everyone throw down in Aspen, and that is going to do it. Access Media Snowboard. I'm Brad J. Subscribe, like, turn on notifications, and I'll see you on the hill.